What your lip look? Are you doing that, Minks? Do it regular.
I'm not doing that.
Are you allergic to? Why your lip look like that? Can you breathe? Is he allergic to? What are you allergic to? What is he allergic to? He only allergic to peanuts.
Wait.
I'm gonna finish my boil. Once you can't breathe, let me know. Cause I'm hungry.
I wanna leave.
I hate when you get a cut. You're black. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we finna make number 4. Number 4. Number 4. You be looking too good.
Let's ask
That's not
Tooch.
fair. No, you trying to be too cute. That's weird.
Saying ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, ooh.
Oh hell no. Somebody did. No. Don't send too many hard eyes for my nigga. Watch your
Ooh, hard eyes. Who said hard eyes?
No, we missed it. It was about 30 comments away. What happened to his lip? So we just was driving on the way. Can I tell him? So we just was driving on the way home, and Minks he fell out his booster seat. Yeah.
Let me say this slow, because apparently some people need it broken down in kindergarten terms. There is nothing funny, nothing cute, nothing relatable, and nothing content-worthy about a child sitting in front of you with swelling lips, coughing, distress, and discomfort, while you are still on your phone recording like this is a skit. This is not comedy. This is negligence wrapped in influencer brain rot. And before anybody jumps in screaming, she knows her child, let me stop you right there. If you know your child has food allergies, then the one thing you do not do is let the situation progress to, tell me when you can't breathe. That sentence alone tells me everything I need to know about the mindset at play here. That is not calm parenting. That is delayed reaction disguised as confidence. People with real allergies know this. Parents of kids with allergies know this. Nurses know this. EMTs know this. ER doctors know this. You do not wait until breathing stops. You intervene at the first sign of swelling, coughing, discomfort, or panic. Because by the time breathing becomes compromised, you are already behind the reaction. And the fact that so many people were in the comments screaming, get off the phone, this isn't funny, go to the hospital, this is weird, this is insane, tells you that this wasn't one or two dramatic people reaching. This was a collective alarm going off in real time. This wasn't internet nitpicking. This was human instinct kicking in. Because something in all of us knows that when a child says they don't feel good, when their lips are swelling, when they're coughing, when they want to leave, your phone should not still be in your hand. Full stop. I don't care how many people come in saying, well, she probably had an EpiPen. That's not the point. Having an EpiPen is not a substitute for urgency. Having Benadryl is not a replacement for action. And having medical knowledge does not give you permission to play chicken with your child's airway. And for the people saying don't panic, let's be clear. Nobody is asking for panic. We're asking for priority. Panic is screaming. Priority is standing up, paying the bill later, grabbing your child, and moving like time matters. Because with allergic reactions, time does matter. What made this disturbing wasn't just the reaction itself. It was the casualness, the jokes, the laughing, the staying live, the I'm gonna finish mine, the treating this like content instead of a situation. That's where people checked out emotionally. And let me say something people don't like hearing. Once you turn your child's medical distress into content, you've crossed a line that has nothing to do with parenting style and everything to do with attention addiction. This is what happens when people stop distinguishing between real life and online performance. Somebody in the comments said views over anaphylactic shock is crazy work. And that line stuck because it's accurate. There is something deeply broken about choosing to keep recording while your child is physically reacting to something that could escalate fast. And no, this is not about being a perfect parent. This is about baseline instincts. This is about common sense. This is about knowing when to drop the phone and move. People saying some people don't need to be parents weren't saying that out of cruelty. They were reacting to fear because everyone watching knew that if something went left, there would be no undo button. There would be no rewind. There would be no, I didn't know. The child didn't look comfortable. The child didn't look okay. The child didn't look like they were joking. The child looked like they wanted out. And when a child tells you they want to leave because they don't feel good, that should be the end of the scene. No jokes, no explanation, no live stream. Scene over. And for the people defending it, saying, this is how my mom was, congratulations on surviving, but survival is not the standard. Just because something didn't kill you doesn't mean it was handled correctly. We don't use past negligence as proof of current wisdom. Another comment said she would have been out the restaurant. Exactly. That's the instinct. Remove the child from the trigger environment. Fresh air, movement, control, observation. That's not panic. That's parenting. And let's talk about the phrase that set everyone off. Let me know when you can't breathe. That sentence alone is why people are angry. Because breathing is not a warning sign. Breathing is the last line. By the time breathing is compromised, swelling has already progressed. Airways don't close politely. They don't give countdowns. They shut down fast. Saying that out loud, on camera, while laughing, is why people stop finding this funny. That's why nurses chimed in. That's why parents chimed in. That's why people who actually carry EpiPens chimed in. Because they know how fast things turn. And to be very clear, this isn't about calling CPS for fun. It's about people recognizing a pattern where children are increasingly treated like props instead of priorities, where everything becomes content, where even discomfort becomes entertainment. That's why people are saying this world is sick, because it is. We're watching the line between parenting and performance blur in real time. And no, nobody is saying you can't ever laugh with your kids. Nobody is saying you have to scream and cry. People are saying there is a difference between staying calm and staying detached. Calm still moves. Calm still acts. Calm still prioritizes. This wasn't calm. This was dismissive. And the worst part is the gaslighting afterward. The y'all doing too much. The he'll survive. The all he needs is Benadryl. That's how tragedies get rewritten after the fact. That's how near misses get minimized. People die from allergic reactions every year. Kids die, adults die, healthy people die, fast, sometimes within minutes. That's not drama. That's medical reality. So when people say, this isn't funny, they're not being sensitive, they're being realistic. And if this was meant to be relatable parenting humor, it failed. Because relatability requires shared values. And the value most people share is, my child's health comes before my phone. That's the disconnect. So no, this isn't about hating her. This isn't about canceling her. This is about calling out behavior that crossed from questionable into disturbing. Because if your audience is more concerned about your child than you appear to be, that's a problem. And if your first instinct during a medical situation is to keep recording, that's a bigger problem. This wasn't funny. This wasn't cute. This wasn't content. This was a moment where the phone should have been put down and the child should have been put first. And the fact that thousands of people all felt that at the same time tells you everything you need to know.